St. Joseph's in Ballymun, the teachers in the school had a good musical ethos, and they felt that music could be appropriate in terms of hooking the kids. So we worked on that, and we got some money through Breaking the Cycle, and then we brought in other partners, and we have now the music program. The partners are all, the DIT Conservatory and Music are involved in this as well. So, for example, we would send students out from the conservatory to work in the schools and so on. With who else? Community, Rural and Gaeltacht. I have Gaeltacht spelled wrong, I think, haven't I? Community. They play a big part in our programs. DCC is Dublin City Council. Arienta is wrong. That's gone. It's what's now Dublin Airport Authority. BRL is Ballymun Regeneration Limited. They're the crowd that are building Ballymun. They're an agency of Dublin City Council, but they're responsible for the entire regeneration process, and VDP. In the thing, we've kind of wind, string, choir. We have 700 kids a year going through it. We have mainly in the primary schools, but we have all the schools in, sorry, not all of them. There's 7 schools in the program, 6 primary and 1 secondary. The new Trinity Comprehensive, where the girls and boys secondary school came together in a new comp. They played all over the place. They've been asked to play at state dinners, events, any launch they're asked to play. We've had the American Secretary of Education out in Ballymun on a video link to the United States with the Minister for Education. And these are all great things for the community because it's reaffirming what the kids and the parents all come. We encourage the parents as much as we can in whatever way. We put on buses to bring parents, we don't mind. But it's about getting them bought into the whole thing. And I think a lot of them are. Just to say a word about it is that in schools you have a problem here where they're playing all over the place. The kids, first of all, come in at 8:15 in the morning. They practice from 8 till 9. We give them breakfast and they go to school. And that happens all through the week, every week, right? The primary kids, they come in first year and they're taught the recorder. But they're taught to read music from day one. Right? And again, it's a bit like, it's a personal development process because they have to learn to listen, to get on with the kids on either side, to concentrate on the person that's teaching them, and all of those, and the self-esteem, and all those other personal attributes are built into this without the kids ever knowing. And the biggest thing about it is that you're making learning fun, and you're making school enjoyable, and you're giving them a reason to come in, and they're happy campers. And if they're happy campers, then they're more likely to better, less likely to drop out. And then if they want to come to 3rd level or go on to 2nd level and get all the other supports in the other programs or from others, like for example DCU on their doorstep and other groups in Ballymun and surrounding, they can do so. So it's about kind of getting the spark going and building that kind of support structure and encouragement in a community that has been totally disenfranchised for so long. I'll tell you a story. They played at, were any of you at the Access Conference in Trinity there? Yeah. Did you see? Yeah. They played at that, but just to give you a sense of the kids' self-esteem, I think it's great for their self-esteem. You know, now the kids that don't like music don't have to buy into it, by the way. You know, if they want to play football, that's fine. But by and large, the kids love it. They just love it. But what am I doing now? I touched it, did I? We had the young kids. There was about 30 or 40 young kids all playing there as everybody was sitting down in the dining hall in Trinity with their suits and their gowns and all the rest of it, right? And then when they all sat down, the kids played a couple of tunes for them. Then we had the older kids, I think, at the end, wasn't there, or midway through it. But one of the kids, Ron, the conductor, who's a fantastic teacher. I mean, the guy just has such a rapport with the kids, it's unbelievable. They all call him Ron, of course, you know. And he's just a wonderful character. He makes it happen. You know, he's get the right people in the right place. But Ron is perfect for this. But anyway, Ron got up and he says, right, this little girl wanted to play the what do you call it, the organ, or the piano, basically, for the group. And she was 9 years of age. And she stood up, she played it for 200 people sitting down, and she was amazing, and she sat down. And Ron then told the audience that she never had a piano lesson in her life. And what she did was she learned the piano off her friend. And her friend got piano lessons, and that's how she did it. And she was fantastic. She had the wherewithal to stand up in front of all the people and just play. And I think, you know, if it can do that for some kids, great. And then all the parents were there, all videotaping the kids, what you call it, photographing the kids, and sure, they had a ball. I have a video here, one for everyone in the audience, I hope, before you go out. We made a CD, actually. We got some money off this kind of arts group. And as part of that, what we did was we brought in a composer from the north called Elaine Agnew. I don't know if any of you have heard of Elaine Agnew. But Elaine worked with the kids for about 3 months and came up with a piece of music relevant to them, their lives, and where they live. And they called it Fire. And the kids put all the lyrics to it and all the rest of it. All Elaine did was act as facilitator in all of this. Fire being destruction and rebirth, which is what's happening to Ballymun. And then we went into the Access Theatre in Ballymun, and we had the world premiere of Fire, which was fantastic because everybody came in and we had a ball, a great hoolie that night. The BBC then heard about the kind of north-south connection with Elaine and ourselves, and they brought the recording studios down, and they recorded Fire, and they stuck it on a professionally produced kind of CD with all the sleeve and colours, and we had one for everyone in the audience in Ballymun, which was, again, wonderful. The music room at the moment is, we have a music room now being built. It's just finished. It's been built by this crowd, BRL, who are building Ballymun. It's a custom-built, state-of-the-art kind of practice room. It's quite big. It's on its own grounds with parking and landscape, but it's fantastic. And that'll get over the facts that the kids have to practice during the day and interfere with the rest of the school. As well as that, the kids from primary that go to other schools other than the comp outside Ballymun, we want to keep them in the programme. And kids may be reluctant to come back into the school system, having left it, or gone to other schools. You know, so we have, the room is called the Music Room, and we're going to launch on the 17th of February next. So Mary McAleese and others are doing the job for us. This is just some of the goings-on, the strings and the choir and the wind and all the rest of it. So they have a ball. They played with the National Symphony Orchestra 6 times in the concert hall. And again, it was just orchestrated beautifully because the Irish Times have a music in the class